What's up guys, welcome back to Fantasy Goldfish Fanatics. Today we're going to be looking at some absolutely superb quality oranda, so make sure you stay tuned to find out more. Hey Fanatics family, welcome back. As always, check out those links in the description. Make sure you check out our sponsors and also check out our brand new Facebook page. This is where we are going to be posting all of our up-to-date content, competitions, news, everything like that. So make sure you give it a follow. The link is down in the description, and also give it a like if you would as well. So today we're going to have some absolutely stunning oranda. We're going to be critiquing them like we do in lots of our videos, and we're going to be looking at the strengths and weaknesses to try and help you guys at home in selecting those top quality fish and knowing what to look for when you go out to the shops or you're selecting from your local dealer. Now this original video has come from the Goldfish Farm YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link down below to the original video if you want to check it out. So thank you to the Goldfish Farm for filming this video and me reacting to it. So without further ado, let's get these oranda on the screen and let's check them out. First up, as you can see, we have this absolutely stunning tricolour oranda. Now this may change as it develops, as it goes on with age. Generally the black, or sumi as it is referred to in Japanese, can fade, and sometimes it can grow on the fish and can expand onto the body area. As the sumi, or the black, is on the fins of this fish, I would say it has a slightly larger or slightly better chance at staying on the fish. Generally when you find black on the scales of the fish, there is a higher chance that these will fade away, whereas if the black is on the fins, there's a slightly increased chance that it will stay. Next up, we have this absolutely stunning, beautiful red and white oranda. Absolutely love the wen development under the chin. Really nice stocky fish, real good quality. As you can see, under that chin area, it's got really good wen development. That shows that this is quite a powerful fish, and a real high quality one at that. Although the body is a little bit compacted for my personal taste, I like to see a little bit more elongation in the fish. It did have a really nice back curve and a real nice depth to the body. Now the next oranda we have on the screen is more my style, a little bit elongated, similar to an NK farm style, and the first one we saw, or the one previously, sorry, was more of a shogun style, slightly more compacted, but this one is a little bit more elongated, has a really nice erect dorsal fin, really nice caudal fin, and it looks like it may be a rose tail similar to this oranda here. Now you'll notice between the first three oranda and this one on the screen now, that this one has quite a smaller head, and it has quite a smaller wen growth and wen development. Now this would be a slightly weaker fish in the eyes of collectors and high quality hobbyists, as they want to see a little bit more wen growth. This is sort of a cross between an oranda and a young bao. It is getting into that slight area of a young bao, and it didn't quite have the quality traits that the others had. Often you will notice with the Apache style oranda, like the previous one and this one on the screen, that black, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, on the body especially, may molt, fade, or sometimes it may increase and the fish may turn completely black, but in most cases that black will molt, fade away and slowly evaporate off the fish, so to say, and the colour change will occur. Now you can see we have a panda oranda. Now these are absolutely stunning fish, and if you can get a panda oranda where the black stays true to the fish, you have an absolutely stunning fish worth a lot of money. However, often we see on slightly weaker bloodlines of panda oranda, that black will molt away, so it's definitely something you need to be thinking about when selecting our fish. If there is black on the fish and that black really makes or breaks the fish, we need to think about when selecting it if it's going to be worth it, and if it's worth taking that risk associated with the price tag of the fish. If you go for a fish that is all orange like this oranda here, although it did have a little bit of black on it, you have a far safer bet than going for a fish like the Apache on the screen now, that may change and develop quite significantly, especially in a different environment with different water quality. Now, although this fish is an Apache, it has an absolutely great body shape, really nice wane growth. The swimming pattern is throwing me off a little bit. Although this fish is in a small small container, and you'll notice that all of the oranda on the video today are in small viewing containers. Sometimes it can throw the swimming pattern off a little bit, but that fish was waddling about a little bit. Maybe some buoyancy issues could be occurring down the line, and you'll see in the other oranda that aren't exhibiting those factors like the one on the screen now, look a little bit more graceful, have a little bit more flow throughout their swimming pattern, and that is definitely something we want to look for. Swimming pattern is a key attribute to goldfish, and it provides nice grace throughout the tank. If you've got really fat fish that are waddling around and sort of struggling to maintain their level within the water column, then that is a definite red flag when selecting fish. And if you're paying big money for a fish, you want to make sure that it has really nice buoyancy and it's not going to be moving up and down in the water column with lots of struggles throughout its day-to-day life. We want to make sure the fish is free-flowing, it has nice energy to it. Like the oranda on the screen now, it's not using too much fin action or fin movement to move through the water. It looks like quite a strong and powerful fish, and it's gonna have a reduced potential impact of any buoyancy or swim bladder issues down the line. Now this one is an absolutely stunning fish. I love the white in the fins. It really contrasts and set this fish off. Looks like a really nice strong fish as well. Doesn't have too much of a compacted body. It's got a really nice overall wen shape, and the fins are absolutely perfect. Really real nice quality fish, and this is definitely one that I would look for and aspire to have, because you can see it has the nice swimming pattern, it's got a really good quality to it, and the fish is also not too compacted, and the hood growth is not too excessive, which you'll find on a lot of Chinese and Thai fish. Next up, we've got a really nice black oranda. As you can see, the body on this one is slightly more compacted. This looks to be a female holding lots of eggs, and that is also another important factor when selecting fish, knowing if you are selecting a male or female, not only because the dynamics of your aquarium or setup may change when introducing a male or female, but also females generally carry eggs. Sometimes they can get impacted, sometimes they can have problems with carrying the eggs, and generally you'll find that, I would say in my personal opinion, a male has a better chance of longevity and success compared to a female goldfish, just because of that egg production. It takes a lot of energy for a female to produce those eggs. If they aren't released, there is a big fluctuation in your water temperature if the fish are outside, or if you're keeping them indoors and you turn the heater off. Those eggs sometimes can get trapped within the body, not be released, then bacteria and sepsis can kick in, and it can cause the death of your fish, especially if you're importing overseas. Fish carrying a lot of eggs can definitely have some complications, and I firsthand have witnessed that when big females are coming over, absolutely stunning fish, but they've got really big bellies and it's clear that they are full of eggs, have a complication, and unfortunately it is fatal to them. So that's definitely something to consider. If you're buying your fish nice and small, or they are already imported into your country of origin, then it's not something you need to worry about so much, but you will need to consider and think about the dynamics that will be going on. If you have an only single male tank and you add a female, maybe the female will be stressed or harassed if they are of age where they are producing eggs and milt. But if your fish are nice and young, it's not something you want to think about too much. But generally on high quality collections, generally hobbyists do think about selecting only female or only male tanks to prevent any breeding aggression, prevent any potential damage that can occur to their high quality livestock. So that's definitely something you can think about when selecting your fish. We're coming to the end of the footage of these absolutely stunning oranda. We've got an absolutely beautiful orchid tail oranda on the screen now. It looks like it could be an orchid tail rather than a rose tail. The fins are far more flowing, absolutely superb quality, and really nice to show you the collection of oranda we've had on the video today. So hopefully you have enjoyed the video today. Let me know down below if you've got any comments, queries or questions. If you want me to do some similar videos to this, then let me know down below, or you can post a link of some videos that you found that you'd like me to react to. If you want to have your tank or your fish featured on the channel, then you can send me an email at fancygoldfishfanatics@gmail.com, and you can send those videos as a Google Drive file, for example, if you've got quite large files, and we can put that on the Rate My Tank series or the Tank Tours series. So anywhere in the world you can get your tank or your fish featured on the channel, and I'll do a little reaction, or we can do a little walkthrough tour, something like that. Share your fish with the world, because the more fish that we see on the channel, the better. So hopefully you really enjoyed seeing those high quality oranda today. That is the end of the video, so thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.